Welcome back. What if I told you that some of the food sitting in your kitchen right now may be quietly damaging your heart every single day? Not fast food, not candy, not the obvious junk everyone warns you about. I'm talking about foods many people consider normal, even healthy. Foods marketed as light, low fat, natural, or heart friendly. And the danger is this: heart disease rarely begins with pain. It begins silently. No warning alarm, no dramatic symptom, no clear sign. Inside the body, inflammation builds, blood vessels stiffen, plaque forms, blood pressure rises, metabolism shifts, and by the time many people notice something is wrong, years of damage may already be done. Today, we're exposing the silent foods that may be harming your cardiovascular system without you realizing it. But more importantly, I'll also show you exactly what to replace them with, using science-backed choices that support blood vessels, reduce inflammation, improve cholesterol balance, and protect long-term heart health. Because your heart is not powerless, every meal can move you toward disease or away from it. And some of the most powerful medicine in the world is already on your plate. Let's begin. Damage can be silent. Most people think heart problems start with chest pain. That's a dangerous myth. The truth is, cardiovascular disease often develops quietly over decades. Tiny injuries happen inside the lining of your arteries. This lining is called the endothelium. Think of it as the protective inner skin of your blood vessels. When it's healthy, blood flows smoothly. When it becomes irritated from poor diet, excess sugar, chronic inflammation, smoking, stress, or inactivity, it starts to malfunction. Blood vessels become less flexible. Immune cells enter the artery wall. Fat particles oxidize. Plaque slowly develops. You don't feel any of this. No pain, no obvious symptom. But inside, your circulatory system is changing. That's why food matters so much, because the damage often isn't dramatic. It's repetitive, the same breakfast, the same snack, the same processed convenience meal, day after day, year after year. Small choices repeated consistently become biology. So let's talk about the foods doing the most hidden damage. Processed breakfast cereals. Many breakfast cereals look healthy. Bright boxes, whole grain claims, added vitamins, low-fat labels, but flip the box over. Many are highly processed starch products with significant added sugar and very little real fiber. And here's the problem. When refined carbohydrates hit your bloodstream quickly, glucose spikes. Insulin rises. Triglycerides can increase, inflammation pathways activate. Repeated blood sugar spikes are linked to metabolic dysfunction, which strongly affects heart health. Even people who appear thin can have metabolic stress internally. Some cereals digest almost as fast as dessert. So what's better? Replace sugary cereal with steel-cut oats, plain Greek yogurt with berries, chia pudding, eggs with vegetables, unsweetened muesli with nuts. Oats contain beta-glucan fiber, which helps lower LDL cholesterol. Berries contain polyphenols that support blood vessels. Protein-rich breakfasts also improve appetite control later in the day. The first meal of the day sets your metabolic rhythm. Choose wisely. Deli meats and processed meat, turkey slices, ham, bacon, sausage, salami. Convenient? Yes. Heart-friendly? Often no. Processed meats are commonly high in sodium, preservatives, and compounds linked with inflammation. Excess sodium can elevate blood pressure in many people. That matters because hypertension is one of the strongest drivers of heart disease and stroke. Some processed meats also contain nitrates or nitrites used for preservation. While context matters, diets high in heavily processed meats are repeatedly associated with poorer cardiovascular outcomes. This doesn't mean one sandwich destroys your heart. It means frequent exposure adds up. So what should you do? Replace processed meats with fresh roasted chicken, wild salmon, hummus beans, lentil spreads, tofu slices, homemade turkey breast. Even swapping 3 lunches per week can reduce sodium intake dramatically. Convenience should never cost your arteries. Flavored coffee drinks. Many people say, I only drink coffee. But what they're drinking isn't coffee. It's a dessert in a cup. Flavored lattes, blended coffees, whipped cream drinks, sweet cold beverages, these can contain massive amounts of sugar, syrup, and saturated fat. Liquid sugar is especially problematic because it enters quickly and often doesn't trigger fullness the way solid food does. That means extra calories, blood sugar spikes, and higher triglycerides. Over time, this can contribute to insulin resistance and fatty liver, both deeply connected to heart disease. Coffee itself can be beneficial for many people. The issue is what gets added to it. Better replacements: black coffee, espresso, coffee with cinnamon, unsweetened almond milk, small amount of real milk, minimal sugar or none, cold brew with no syrup. Your morning energy boost shouldn't sabotage your circulation. White bread and refined grains. White bread feels harmless. Toast, sandwiches, bagels, rolls. But refined grains have had much of their fiber and nutrients removed. That means faster digestion, quicker glucose rise, less satiety, and often overeating later. The absence of fiber matters more than people realize. Fiber helps reduce LDL cholesterol, feed healthy gut bacteria, improve insulin sensitivity, support weight control, lower inflammation. When fiber disappears, protection often disappears with it. Replace refined grains with 100% whole grain bread. Sprouted grain bread, quinoa, brown rice, steel-cut oats, farro barley. Whole foods create slower energy and better vascular outcomes. Your bread choice is not trivial, it's biochemical. Fruit juice. Fruit juice sounds healthy because fruit is healthy, but they are not the same thing. Whole fruit contains fiber, structure, water, and slower digestion. Juice often removes fiber and concentrates sugar. Drinking orange juice is not metabolically identical to eating oranges. Without fiber, sugar enters faster. And because juice feels light, people consume it quickly. Large servings can deliver significant sugar without fullness. Better options: whole fruit, water with citrus slices, sparkling water, unsweetened tea, smoothies made with whole fruit and fiber-rich ingredients. Whole fruit consistently performs better than juice when it comes to blood sugar control and satiety. Nature packaged fruit perfectly. Humans changed it. Low-fat snack foods. For years, people were taught to fear fat. So food companies responded: low-fat cookies, low-fat crackers, low-fat yogurt, low-fat bars. The problem? When fat is removed, flavor often disappears. So manufacturers commonly add sugar, starches, gums, and additives to compensate. The result can be a product lower in fat, but still unhealthy, sometimes worse, because consumers eat more of it, believing it's safe. This is known as the health halo effect. Low fat does not automatically mean heart healthy. Instead, focus on food quality. Choose plain yogurt with berries, nuts in moderate portions, avocado seeds, real cheese in sensible amounts, olive oil-based foods. Healthy fats from whole foods can support satiety and improve lipid balance when replacing ultra-processed carbs. Labels can mislead. Ingredients reveal truth. Restaurant salads. Yes, salads can be dangerous, not because of vegetables, because of what gets poured, sprinkled, fried, and hidden inside. Creamy dressings, sugary sauces, candied nuts, fried chicken, processed bacon bits, crispy noodles, oversized portions. A healthy salad can quietly become a calorie bomb high in sodium, sugar, and inflammatory oils. Instead, build smarter salads. Use mixed greens, beans, salmon, grilled chicken, olive oil, vinegar seeds, chickpeas, colorful vegetables. Ask for dressing on the side. The salad isn't the problem. The disguise is. Silent food, berate, frequent fried foods. Fried foods are common because they taste incredible. Crispy texture triggers reward pathways in the brain, but repeated fried food intake can be problematic due to calorie density, oxidized fats, poor oil quality, and association with lower overall diet quality. Some frying oils degrade under high heat. Repeated commercial oil use may create compounds that promote inflammation. Again, context matters. Occasional fried food is different from frequent consumption. Replace with air-fried options, oven-roasted vegetables, baked potatoes, grilled proteins, roasted chickpeas. The texture you crave can often be recreated without the metabolic cost. Silent food. Number 9, sweetened yogurt. Yogurt can be excellent for health, but many flavored yogurts contain dessert-level sugar, especially single-serving fruit on the bottom products marketed as wellness foods. That sugar load can cancel many benefits. Instead, choose plain Greek yogurt. Then add blueberries, cinnamon walnuts, chia seeds, unsweetened cacao, real fruit. Now you control the ingredients and you turn a sugar trap into a cardiometabolic ally. Silent food. 10. Energy bars. Energy bars sound functional, but many are glorified candy bars with protein added, high sugar, syrups, refined oils, artificial flavors. Some are useful in specific athletic contexts, but sedentary office workers eating them at desks often don't need energy. They need nourishment. Try instead apple plus nuts, boiled eggs, cottage cheese, trail mix, edamame Greek yogurt, real fruit marketing, sells performance. Your bloodstream experiences ingredients. The oil issue nobody talks about. Many silent heart risks come from repeated exposure to ultra-processed foods cooked with low-quality refined oils. This is not about demonizing every seed oil in every context. Nuance matters, but diets dominated by deep-fried fast foods, packaged snacks, and heavily processed meals often combine poor oils with excess sodium, refined carbs, and additives. That combination is the real issue. Focus less on internet oil wars. Focus more on total dietary pattern. Use at home extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil for heat if desired, nut seeds, whole food fats. The healthiest diets in the world are patterns, not arguments. What to eat more of for heart protection. Now the empowering part. What actively supports your heart? 1. Berries rich in anthocyanins and polyphenols, linked with vascular benefits and lower oxidative stress. 2. Leafy greens, nitrates from greens may help support blood vessel function. Spinach, arugula, kale, romaine. 3. Beans and lentils, fiber-rich, mineral-rich, affordable. Excellent for cholesterol and blood sugar control. 4. Nuts, walnuts, almonds, pistachios. Healthy fats, plant sterols, satiety support. 5. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, trout. Omega-3 fats support triglycerides and inflammation balance. 6. Extra virgin olive oil core, part of Mediterranean dietary patterns. 7. Tomatoes contain lycopene and antioxidants. 8. Oats and barley beta-glucan fiber helps lower LDL. 9. Fermented foods, yogurt, kefir, kimchi, depending on tolerance and sodium awareness. 10. Dark chocolate, moderate, high cocoa varieties in sensible portions. Pleasure can be healthy too. The 3 daily habits that multiply results. Food matters most when paired with lifestyle. Habit 1. Walk after meals. Even a 10-minute walk after eating can improve glucose control. That means less metabolic stress after meals. Habit 2. Sleep seriously. Poor sleep increases hunger hormones, blood pressure, and cravings. Protecting sleep protects the heart. Habit 3. Stress regulation. Chronic stress changes hormones, raises pressure, and drives emotional eating. Use breathing practices, prayer meditation, sunlight walks, journaling, social connection. Your nervous system talks to your cardiovascular system constantly. What most people get wrong. Many people focus on dramatic foods, butter, eggs, steak, carbs, keto, vegan, but the real damage often comes from what's most common. Ultra-processed convenience foods, the breakfast pastry, the sugary drink, the processed lunch meat, the nightly snack bag, the fast food fries, the hidden sodium. The constant overeating. Heart disease often grows in ordinary routines, not extreme moments, which means prevention also lives in ordinary routines. A simple, heart-healthy day of eating. Here's what one realistic day could look like. Breakfast, steel-cut oats with blueberries, walnuts, cinnamon. Coffee, unsweetened or lightly sweetened. Lunch, large salad with beans, olive oil, grilled salmon. Whole grain side, snack apple with almonds. Dinner, roasted vegetables, lentils, quinoa, olive oil, herbs. Dessert, plain Greek yogurt with berries or dark chocolate. This is not punishment. This is nourishment. How fast can your body respond? Here's the amazing news. The body can begin improving quickly. Blood pressure may respond within weeks. Triglycerides can improve rapidly. Energy often improves within days. Inflammation markers can shift. Vascular function can recover. Your body wants to heal when given the right environment. It is never too late to help your heart, even if you've eaten poorly for years, even if family history scares you. Genes load the gun. Lifestyle often pulls or avoids the trigger. The one rule to remember. If you remember only one thing from this video, remember this. Ask one question before eating. Did nature make this, or did marketing make this? The closer food is to its natural form, the more likely it supports your biology. The more engineered, hyperpalatable, shelf-stable, and addictive it becomes, the more caution you need. Simple rule, powerful effect. Your heart beats around 100,000 times a day, quietly, faithfully, without applause, without recognition, without rest. It carries oxygen to every cell. It keeps you alive while you sleep. It works during stress, joy, grief, and love. And every day, through the foods you choose, you either burden it or protect it. You don't need perfection, you need direction. Swap one breakfast. Replace one drink. Cook one extra meal. Walk one more block. Read one label. Choose one real food today. Because small decisions, repeated daily, become arteries, blood pressure, energy, and lifespan. The silent foods destroying your heart can be removed, and the silent foods healing your heart can begin today. If you found this valuable, share it with someone you care about. It might protect a heart you love. And if you want more science-backed videos on nutrition, disease prevention, and how to use food as medicine, subscribe now. Your next meal is your next chance. Use it wisely.